Hi, this is Allie with Geek Inked magazine, and we're here at Hal-Con 2014 talking with Nick Bradshaw, comic book artist best known for his work on Wolverine, X-Men, and Guardians of the Galaxy. Nick, does the popularity of Guardians of the Galaxy movie affect your work on the comic?
Well, yeah, it definitely brings a broader audience in some respects because there's people who are going to show up at conventions not familiar with the characters and the book, which, you know, I'm a nerd. I grew up on reading those books from the start. So you're getting new fans coming in, and they're going to have questions. They're going to want to know, you know, about the material they're going to see in the book that you won't necessarily see in the movie, you know, because it's established. So it's always fun to kind of find those new fans discovering these characters because of the popularity of a movie. And it's going to be a cartoon, so we're going to have a whole new audience coming from that as well.
Oh, that should be a lot of fun. While we're on the subject of Guardians of the Galaxy, would you like to let us and our fans in a little on your process, how it works?
In producing a comic, you mean? Essentially, the way it'll work is editorial will approve script written by the writer. And the writer is more of a director in some instances. He will give me, like, the page, and in a page will be a breakdown. So let's say it's page 1 of the comic. It'll be broken down where he indicates there's 5 panels to the comic. In each panel, there's a brief description on what he wants seen in the panel, and then he'll have dialogue, so I know how the characters are supposed to be acting in the in the script. And then we just carry the story that way. I am allowed to determine my camera shots. I'm allowed to determine how big my panels are going to be on the page. If I'm going to be showing a lot of action, of course you want a broader panel for it. So if I got Rocket ziplining through space and I got all that going on, I know how much information I have to put through on that.
It still sounds like a lot of fun. I really enjoy the character Rocket.
It's a blast, and that's one of the things. When you get Rocket group pages where you're able to do some cool action stuff with these guys, what's a lot of fun with that is he's such a kinetic character. He's just like a little fuzzball I can have bouncing everywhere with his big guns just, you know, going crazy, and it's awesome. Like, I really love playing around with characters like that.
Do you see any of yourself in Rocket? Do you look like you seem to enjoy him a little more?
I have a lot of fun. Like, even as with Wolverine, when I was working on, I can identify with these characters that are sort of like little brawly characters, and you can do a lot of emotive stuff with them. So when you get a character that's got a bit of an edge to them, they're a lot more fun to draw and interact with other characters in the book.
Have you ever had any of your work made into a tattoo, or do you have any tattoos yourself?
Yeah, well, one of the funniest things, one of my first projects I worked on was Army of Darkness. It was one of the comics out of Dynamic Forces. And my first convention experience was in 2004, going to a big convention, was Chicago Comic-Con. And this guy came up and he had his wife with him, and he said, my wife, for our wedding gift, she wanted to get one of your covers tattooed on her back. And we would like you to sign it with this pencil, and she's going to go get the signature tattooed over. So she actually lifted her shirt to show me just in the back, and from the shoulder down, it was one of my covers, just from the shoulders all the way down. And I started discovering over the years, a lot of my Army of Darkness work has been made into tattoos. I get a lot of those fans coming to me at conventions with Army of Darkness tattoos from
Very nice. Do you want to tell us about any more recent projects you have going on?
Right now, they did the Death of Wolverine storyline. Sorry, he died. People know. And then I'm doing the follow-up, which is called Wolverines, and that'll be launching later in December into January.
Very awesome. Thank you so much, Nick, for talking with us. This is Allie with Geek Inked magazine, and stay tuned for continuing coverage of Hal-Con 2014.